Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wednesday College Series today. We are so fortunate to hear from Colorado State University, Hawaii Pacific University, Stony Brook University, and Vanguard University. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you a couple updates. First was to let you know that we are going to be continuing the Wednesday College Series this spring. It's going to be taking place on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. Our hope is that sometime in that time frame, we're going to be back on campus at least a couple of days a week. And so by starting it at 2, it'll give you time to transition from the campus to home and then log into the Wednesday College Series. So again, Wednesday College Series will be returning over February and March, but starting at 2 o'clock. If you have specific schools that you want to hear from, please email me at srhscollegeandcareer@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to put them into the schedule. And then the rest of these updates, we basically have our virtual college fair going on as always, and then just a couple other updates or links that I've shared with you in the past. Just as a reminder, to access this, go ahead and go to the Scripps Ranch High School Foundation website. That's where you're going to find our College Corner with the update for the schedules of upcoming college fairs going on, as well as links to applications and other information. And then also a link to our virtual college fair, which basically has the recordings of all of these presentations, as well as 2-minute videos from college counselors that have submitted them. And so in which case, this is what it looks like. We have all of our Wednesday College Series now available through last week, and I'll be updating it with this recording tonight, and then also all of the other 2-minute videos. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Colorado State University with Ellesse, and go ahead and take it away.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If someone can just give me a thumbs up that they can see my screen, that will be superb. You should see a slide that says Colorado State University on it. Ginger or Michael, can you guys see that screen?
I can.
Yay! Awesome. So again, welcome everyone. We're so happy that you joined us today. I've worked for CSU for about 4 years now, and I work exclusively with students coming from Southern California. So Colorado State University is a public Tier 1 research and land grant institution located in Fort Collins, Colorado. Fort Collins, aka Ram Country, as we love to call it, is a beautiful, small suburban college town located only about an hour north of Denver and about 45 minutes south of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Fort Collins is a young and hip college town and a very, very friendly college town as well. We are currently the #1 city to live in, according to livability.com, and we're consistently voted as one of the top places to live and retire, one of the top cities for health, as well as innovation. Our students definitely love to get out and enjoy all that the great outdoors has to offer in Colorado. So you will often find our students biking, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, or watching the sunrise or the sunset from Horseshoe Reservoir, which is about 7 minutes away from campus. Talking a little bit about the university itself. So CSU is the greenest university in the US, and we're actually the first school in the world to earn platinum in the STARS rating system for multiple and consecutive years. So we're not just green in our school colors, but also in our sustainability, both inside and outside of the classroom as well. Our students can select from over 200 non-impacted academic programs, so lots of majors to choose from. About 40% of our students do actually pick a second major and or minor. So I always tell my students college is a great time to go and explore what you have an interest in. And for California, a lot of the students I see coming there, they're actually looking to go into business, engineering, hospitality management, construction management, fish and wildlife and conservation biology, zoology, animal science, and biomedical sciences, just to name a few of some of the top majors I see students from California selecting. CSU does actually have the #3 veterinary school in the country. So if you have an interest in being a vet, we're a great option for that. And we do actually have a live animal mascot, Mr. Cam the Ram, as I like to call him. So while we are considered a large university, we definitely take great great pride in making sure that our students do find their smaller community immediately to connect with. We have a 19-to-1 student faculty ratio. We offer a very hands-on classroom experience. Outside of the classroom, our students can participate in over 500 student clubs and organizations. We have Greek life, we have NCAA D1 sports, we participate in the Mountain West Conference, we have an honors program, and students actually have the opportunity to study abroad and participate in research and internships as early as their freshman year. And so you may now be wondering, so what does it take to become a RAM? Well, I am glad you asked. So CSU will evaluate prospective students through a very holistic process and a review of looking at your entire academic career. We're going to look at your extracurricular activities as well, just to see your academic preparedness for CSU. We are test optional for the class of 2021, so we're only requiring that you submit the common application, your official high school transcripts, one letter of recommendation, your essay, and then the application fee or the fee waiver. We are reviewing applications on a rolling basis. So once we have all of those items, you will get a decision from us within 3 to 4 weeks. And we do offer a number of merit scholarships, the biggest one being WUI. So for this year, since we are test optional, in order to receive WUI, all you need to have is a 3.3 total weighted cumulative GPA. If you have that 3.3 or higher, you will receive the $10,000 WUI scholarship. Yay! So I definitely would love to continue talking to you all about joining our Ramley. Please feel free to set up an appointment with me. I will drop my contact information in the chat for you. But now I'm going to pass it on to my amazing colleague, Mr. Michael from Hawaii Pacific.
All right, thank you, Ellesse. Aloha, everybody, and welcome. Before I get started, I'm also gonna post our inquiry card in the chat box, and then I will share my screen here. All right. And then let me see here, slideshow. All right, we'll get started. My name is Michael Taylor. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions with Hawaii Pacific University. Hawaii Pacific University, we're the largest private university in the state of Hawaii, but we're not too big by California standards. We've only got a student population of about 5,000 students. So it's a great size. We've got an average class size of 17. We're a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. It's a good learning environment, no lecture halls. All of our classes are taught by professors. So you get to know your professor, they get to know you. What are your academic goals? What are your professional goals, etc. We're located on the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii. Oahu actually translates as the gathering place, or we call it the main island. We're not the big island, but we have most of the people. We have about 1 million people on the island. We have the capital city of Honolulu, and that is right where we're located, right behind me. In fact, that's what you see is our campus. We're part of the downtown area. So I do emphasize it is an urban campus. You have to like being in the city, but you're located right in the political, cultural, financial hub of the state. If you're going to be in a major city, you can't ask for a better city than Honolulu. We're constantly ranked as one of the happiest, healthiest, friendliest cities in the US. We're the 4th safest city in the US. We've got an average temperature of about 77 degrees year round. We've got an average water temperature of about 74 degrees year round. I love the beaches in California, but I'll only touch the water between mid-July to mid-September. The rest of the year, it's too cold. Out on Oahu, it's beautiful all year round. So I love it. So this is the idea of the layout of our campus. As I said, we are part of the downtown area. Our students can walk to most of their internships. You can walk to the grocery store. You can walk to Walmart. You really don't need a car to go to school here. I wouldn't recommend it. It's very accessible by foot. And every student at HPU gets access to our bus system as well. It's all included in your student fees. This is the Aloha Tower Marketplace. It is really the heart of our campus. It's got our student center, welcome center, and this is where a lot of our students are living. We're one of the only schools in the United States you can go live in a waterfront loft apartment as your dorm. We also have facilities, classroom facilities at our locations at the Waterfront Plaza, Pioneer Plaza. You might walk anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes between locations here at HPU. We've got a number of different programs to choose from. We were founded in the liberal arts traditions. We have a lot of those traditional liberal arts majors like psychology, English, history, political science, some great international programs here. Our largest programs are tied between business and nursing. We get a lot of students for those programs from California. Marine biology and oceanography are very popular. Several options to choose from here at HPU. Like CSU, none of our majors are impacted. We don't even know what that means here in Hawaii. So we have a pretty flexible admissions process. We have 8 women's athletic programs, 6 men's athletic programs. We are part of the Pac West Conference, NCAA Division II. we're ranked #1 in diversity amongst private colleges in the United States. A lot of Californians, they say to me, oh, it's so far away, I'm going to be all alone. But that is not the case at all. About 2/3 of our students are coming from outside of Hawaii. And we have almost as many Californians here as we do from our own state. And that's why, to show our appreciation, we're going forward with our California match commitment. So basically what this means is that if you come to HPU from a California high school, we guarantee that you will not pay more than the UC's in-state tuition. So we're going to evaluate you for merit assistance automatically, and then we make whatever the difference up is so that you aren't paying more than the UC in-state rate, which is $12,570 a year. Whatever the UCs are charging, we're going to match that. You don't have to apply to a UC or be accepted to a UC to qualify for this. You just need to come to HPU from a California high school and maintain a 2.0 GPA. We're very holistic admissions review process. We don't have a minimum GPA. We're looking at the whole student. We are still taking applications from seniors. We have a rolling admissions process. And if you're a junior, you'll want to apply this time next year. We are on the Common App, or you can apply directly to our application on our website. My contact info is there. I'm also based here in California with you, so reach out to me anytime that you have questions. And with that, I'm going to say mahalo and hand it off to our next speaker.
Thank you. Hey guys, my name is Johnny. I'm the admissions counselor at Stony Brook University, responsible for recruiting students from California. Just give me 1 second to share my screen. All right, can everybody see that? Looks good. All right, thanks. So to get it started, Stony Brook's located about 60 miles east of Manhattan on the North Shore of Long Island. So most often when I meet with students in California and they hear New York, they typically think of New York City. We're relatively close, but we're more of a suburban campus. We do actually have a train station right on our campus, so it makes it relatively easy to get right into Manhattan, which is extremely convenient for internships, or even if you just want to catch a Broadway play or something like that. The campus itself is a little over 1,000 acres, so it's a decent size. I'd say it's kind of like a little city in and of itself. We do have a little over 18,000 undergraduate students in total. When you factor in the graduate students and the PhD students, we're a little over 26,000. So again, we're a decent sized campus with a relatively large population. For the most, let me go back. For the most part, our campus is surrounded predominantly by residential neighborhoods. So down by the train station, there's also kind of a Main Street type of feel with some shops and restaurants. So just something to keep in mind when you're looking at different college campuses in terms of the setting that they're based in. In terms of our student to faculty ratio, right now we're at about 19:1, which given the size of our campus and the undergraduate population is a relatively good ratio. I guess one thing to keep in mind, if you're looking at, say, like bio or psychology, some of your entry level courses may have upwards of, say, like 300 students in them in a large lecture hall. But beyond that, once you get into the upper division courses and some of the more non-traditional majors, the class size tends to drop significantly. Right now, the average class size is 50, and that does factor in those 300-person lecture halls. So I'd say typically on the back end of your academic career, you're probably going to be in classes around 30. So just something to keep in mind, given the size of our institution. We do also offer a variety of pre-professional programs. We do have a hospital and a medical school right on our campus, so our pre-med program tends to be relatively popular. It's also relatively easy for students to get volunteer and observation work done, given that the hospital is just through an underpass that you would have the ability to access walking wise. You wouldn't need a car. When you hear Stony Brook, that's the name of the town that we're located in, but Stony Brook Medicine as a brand encompasses many hospitals and doctors' offices throughout Long Island. So Stony Brook tends to be relatively well known in terms of the hard sciences and medicine, especially in the Northeast. So if you are considering anything related to the health sciences, definitely take a closer look at the programs that we have available. Forgive me, this is a truncated version of our typical PowerPoint, so I'm just trying to hit most of the important parts. With us being a research institution, every faculty member at Stony Brook has to be doing some form of research, all the way down to, say, like philosophy and English. So if you're really interested in getting involved with research, I would say definitely take a closer look at our website, because we co-manage the National Laboratory on Long Island. It's called Brookhaven National Lab, and it's about 25 to 30 minutes from our main campus in Stony Brook. and we have a bus system that'll go back and forth to the Brookhaven National Labs property throughout the day. So as early as first semester freshman year, you're going to have access to research opportunities and the facilities right at Brookhaven National Lab. So if the hard sciences, engineering, computer science, anything like that is something you're interested in getting involved in with research, definitely take a closer look at Brookhaven National Lab because their resources are abundant. One other thing too, you'll notice undergraduate research and creative activities program, we call that Eureka. Basically starting again as early as first semester freshman year, you're going to have various on-campus opportunities, and then Eureka actually puts together an annual symposium where students will get to present their research. So that's one of the exciting events for us on campus that unfortunately this year didn't get to happen in person, but typically in what I'll call a regular year would be one of the most exciting on-campus events for us during the month of April. I'd love to mention our study abroad program simply because since we're a state university in New York, we're part of the SUNY system. So let's say there's a study abroad program that the University of Buffalo has that you're really interested in that Stony Brook doesn't offer. We can actually funnel you right through the other SUNY schools study abroad program. So it really opens up the opportunities that you would have to study abroad. So take a closer look. I know I keep saying that, but take a closer look at the various programs available, not only at Stony Brook, but some of the other SUNY institutions, if that's something that you're considering. Here's just some of the traditions we have. One of my favorite, as you can see in the top left, is Roth Pond Regatta. If you were to walk around our campus, you would notice that Roth Pond is not really a body of water that you want to swim in. But what you can see here is Roth Pond Regatta is built basically with cardboard, duct tape, and paint. You try to create a boat that'll make it across Roth Pond. I will say when you're out there for the event, you can definitely notice immediately who the engineering students are, because those are typically the boats that actually make it across the pond. I'll skip some of the other ones for the sake of time. I only have about 30 seconds left, so I'll get to the actual application process. For those of you interested in applying for fall 2021, our deadline is January 15th. There's 3 different applications you can use. You can use the common application, the SUNY application, or the coalition application. We are test optional this year, so I would say as far as admission criteria, typically we're going to look for about a 92 GPA on a 100-point scale or about a 3.7 GPA on a 4.0 scale. Beyond that, if you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me. There's a lot of stuff that, unfortunately, given the time constraints, I wasn't able to cover, but I'd love to share with you if you're still interested in connecting. So beyond that, I'll pass it back off.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jordyn. I'm here from Vanguard University here in Southern California. We're located in Orange County, specifically Costa Mesa, if you're familiar with the area. I'm going to share my screen here, and I will just do a quick presentation for you guys. Give me just a second. I did also include some links and more information in the chat if you'd like to receive more information about Vanguard, or if you're a senior who's looking to apply. We are a smaller Christian university, like I said, just north of you guys in Orange County. We have about 1,700 undergraduate students and a lot to offer both on campus and in the area here. Vanguard was actually founded in 1920, which means that 2020 is a really significant year for us. Obviously, it's been a significant year for many different reasons, but here at Vanguard, we're celebrating our 100-year birthday. In the background of this picture, you can see our new WAS Student Center that opened for our students back in February, and we're really excited to have this amazing community center and places for students to really come together on campus. So that's something that's still pretty new here and that you would be able to utilize as students at Vanguard. It has a new cafeteria, coffee shop, fitness center, gym, and like I said, a lot of fun community spaces as well. Here at Vanguard, something that's really important to us is academic excellence. So we want you to know that we're going to prepare you to go out into the world and to be a professional in whatever field you'd like to go into. We have a lot of different study options here on campus. And because we're a smaller university, our average class size is about 21 students. And the student to faculty ratio is 16:1. What that means is you're really going to be able to build those intentional relationships with with your professors, and they really enjoy investing in our students. They want to see you grow and help you be successful. I won't say that every class is as candid as this photo you see here, but our professors are amazing, and like I said, really do care about our students here. And they get to know you by name. You're not just going to be a number. We have 39 different degree programs on campus, a very wide range of different programs that you could major in. Some of our most popular majors here on campus are biology, kinesiology, psychology, business, and communication. So those are great options, but like I said, we have a lot of different areas of study that would prepare you well for your future. Besides helping you grow academically, we also want to provide opportunities for our students to grow in their faith. And we have a lot of different ways that we do that on campus. Those range from different chapel services to praise and worship nights. You can be part of devotional groups. And we also have service opportunities as well. So those are really great ways to get connected. And, you know, as much as we want to help you become a professional and prepare you for that, we also want to help you grow in your faith and really send you out as a light into the world and as a missionary in whatever field you want to go into. So that's kind of, you know, how Vanguard was founded, is as a Bible school. And over the years that those missions and values have still stayed the same, that, you know, we want to help you grow in your faith and prepare you to be a missionary. So we also do have religion classes that all of our students take, and all of our classes, no matter what it is, they're taught by Christian professors, which I think is a great opportunity to see how your major and what you're really interested in, how that and your faith can really go together. And finally, we just want you to know that we have a very authentic and caring community here on campus. I think for you seniors who are looking for colleges right now, you want to go somewhere that's going to feel like a home away from home for you, and a place where you can really belong and get connected. And I definitely think that Vanguard does that for our students. We have a great community here on campus that you could be a part of, and we would love to have you join us here. This is a picture of our residence halls on campus. These are actually our freshman dorms. They were just renovated this summer, and I know students are really excited about that. It was a $3.2 million renovation. Campus or community here on campus often starts right away in the dorms. You get to meet new people there. You'll have a resident assistant who plans different events for you to get connected. But outside of that, we also have 125 different intramural sports teams and campus clubs for you to be part of. So just know there's a lot of ways to get involved, and lots of ways for you to meet new people and you know, really grow and join our community here. We are part of the NAIA when it comes to athletics and the Golden State Athletic Conference. So if athletics is something you're hoping to pursue in college, we do offer that at the varsity level. These are the different sports that we have here. And if this is something you're interested in, definitely feel free to reach out to the coaches. We do offer scholarships for that. We also offer scholarships for music and theater as well. So if you're like, no, athletics is not for me, I'm more into the fine arts, there could be scholarship opportunities there for you as well. And then finally, just a little bit about our application here. It is open for seniors. It opens in September every year. So seniors, you can go ahead and apply now if you want to. I did include the link in our chat. And you can actually use the code EVENT, so EVENT in all capital letters, to waive the application fee of $45 because you attended this event here today. So definitely apply if this is somewhere where you could see yourself. We do have some supporting documents that we ask you to send in, but your admissions counselor here will help work with you through that process as you're submitting your application. Also, just for you to know, we are test optional. So we'll contact you if for some reason we would need test scores, but for most students, we're test optional. We just passed our early action deadline here, so next deadline is coming up on January 15th. I would encourage you guys to get your application in before January 15th so we can get you an admission decision and so that you're eligible for the most generous financial aid possible. 98% of our students here at Vanguard do receive financial aid, so just know that we don't want that to be a barrier for you to be able to attend Vanguard, and we'll also walk with you through that financial aid process. We definitely want Vanguard to be an affordable option. And then finally, our academic scholarships here. So if you are accepted, you'll very likely be receiving an academic scholarship. They range from $8,000 to $25,000 per year for incoming freshman students. So we give very generous financial aid. There could also be other aid available with that as well. But just know that we, like I said, we want to work with you through that process. And then I think we may be opening it up for questions, but here's our contact information if there's anything else that we personally can help with here at Vanguard after the presentation today. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Jordyn.
Yes, thank you.
So we did have, so students, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them into the chat section. I know that on our registration, there was a question, and I'll put this out to all of you guys, about honors colleges. If you have honors colleges, and then what would be the advantage of being in your honors college? Did you want to start, Jordyn, since you're...
Sure, since I'm off mute here. Yes, so we do have a scholars program here at Vanguard. The deadline to apply was actually December 1st, but we are accepting applications. We extended that deadline here through the next week. So if that's something you're really interested in, you need to apply to Vanguard and then obviously submit your application for the scholars program as soon as possible. There is an additional scholarship of $2,000 if you're accepted, and then you'll take certain classes with your scholars program cohort. Our president of the university actually teaches one of the classes, and there are other unique opportunities that you get through being part of that program as well. So really it challenges you academically, and then there is the financial benefit as well.
Fantastic. And Ellesse, did you want to talk about at Colorado State?
Yes, ma'am. Can you guys hear me okay? Internet was a little unstable, so I was trying to keep my video off. But yes, so we do have an honors program, and it's open to any student that has a 3.8 weighted GPA or above at the time of your application. You will receive an invitation from the honors program to complete their application. It will also show up in your student portal as well for you to complete it there. And in the program, you will have smaller class sizes. There's seminar discussions with about 18 to 20 students. Some additional perks for being in the honors program include first priority for class registration, first priority for any research opportunities that are available to our students. We do have an honors learning community that you can live in as well. And then you will receive an additional $1,000 scholarship each year that you're in the honors program. And then at graduation, you will get a distinction for an honor scholar, as well as the additional honors cord as well.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then Michael from Hawaii Pacific.
Yeah, absolutely. So we call it residential honors program, and it is a selective program like Vanguard. Our deadline was on December 1st, but we are still taking applications on a rolling basis. You would live in an honors cohort with your fellow honors students the first year. You're taking separate gen ed honors courses that are co-taught. So for example, we have one, it's called Science and Science Fiction, and we have a biology professor co-teaching the class with a creative writing professor, and you get the gen ed credits for both. And there are other seminars, guest speakers, etc. for those students.
Fantastic. And then Jonathan?
Thanks. Yeah, so we actually have 3 different honors programs. The first is our honors college. That's the most selective. That would have a curriculum component. There's also specific housing for the honors students if they're interested. There's also a seminar course that's part of the introductory semester that caps out at 19 students. And then the other two, the first one is WISE. It stands for Women in Science and Engineering. That one's kind of self-explanatory. And then the third would be our University Scholars Program. That's less academic-based, more service-based. So if you're a high-achieving student that wants to get involved with community service, both on and off campus, that would be the fit for that program.
Fantastic. All right, thank you. I think that rounds out our presentation for today. Thank you to